So recently, Etsy decided to raise its transaction fees from 5% to 6.5%, a 30% increase that went into effect as of April 11th, 2022. Now, while this type of update is never a fun one, this type of change does not mean you are not going to make a profit anymore. You can still be just as successful on Etsy as you were before the change. In fact, I'm going to talk about the new changes and how you'll still be able to be profitable with your store. If you're new here, my name is Rachel Rofe. I've helped thousands of students sell print-on-demand products online, and I'm here to help you do the same. So let's get started. So what Etsy says is when you make a sale through Etsy.com, you'll be charged a transaction fee of 6.5% of the price that you display for each listing, plus the amount that you charge for shipping and gift wrapping. So we're going to put exactly what they say in the blog post that will be linked underneath this video. They also say if you're an Etsy Payments user and you list your items in a currency other than your payment account currency, there's a currency conversion section you can refer to, we'll link to, that'll share exactly what your transaction fee will be. If you sell from anywhere other than the US and Canada, transaction fees are going to apply to the listing price, which will include any applicable taxes, shipping price, and gift wrapping fee. And then personalization, if you offer that, it also gets included inside the transaction fee. So what they're saying the fees go towards is marketing, seller tools, and creating great customer experiences. So they said in terms of the marketing that they spent $600 million on marketing last year, and this year they're going to invest even more, including TV commercials, influencers, tastemakers, billboards, podcasts, email marketing. They're going to be growing their support team by more than 20% this year, giving customers faster email responses, expanded access to live chat, things like that, and then keeping Etsy unique. So they say they're going to build on last year's roughly $40 million investment in teams and technology, and they're going to do more things to keep it safe, secure, expand efforts to remove listings that don't meet with their policies and things like that. So they're basically saying all of these fee increases are going to lead to more sales down the line for sellers. So of course, whether that is the case remains to be seen. However, you also want to, or at least I'm thinking that Amazon fees are 15%. So this is still less than half of Amazon fees. So I'm not super stressed about it. But how sellers feel about the increase in fees overall, not just me, I'd say many Etsy sellers feel upset about the increase. There was a week-long strike that happened from April 11th through the 18th, during which sellers set their stores to vacation mode, and sellers also called on customers to boycott Etsy. A lot of sellers actually created and signed a petition to get Etsy to reverse its new policy as well. For me, I would say put the situation into perspective, right? I mean, while having to pay extra fees at first might not sound great, it could sound like it's going to take a significant toll on your profits. It doesn't necessarily have to be the case. If you do some strategic planning, you can make an action plan to offset the Etsy fees every month. By calculating the number of sales that you average per month, the additional fees added, then just make a goal as to how many more new sales to reach, or you can just increase your prices, right? I mean, the method can, by doing this, not only help you increase sales, but cover any extra new fees on Etsy. I'll explain more. So first, if you raise your prices, customers don't always want the cheapest items. They want unique products from small businesses, which we've proven time and time again with low-hanging system. So you can often get away with charging a bit more for your products. If you decide to raise your prices, you obviously don't want to price yourself out of the market, but you can find the right balance. Take a look at what other similar shops are charging for their items, and you can kind of price your items somewhere around the middle. Now, also, there's been a lot with inflation and all this where people are raising their prices now anyway, so it's kind of really good timing. Another thing that you can do is increase your conversions. So a conversion is for when people go to your listing, how many people end up actually purchasing, right? So you can make it so that more people actually purchase from your listings so that you end up making more sales. Now, of course, this is easier said than done, but there are certain things that you can do to boost your store's sales. You can run store-wide sales. I know we just talked about having higher prices, but you can also sometimes end up selling more volume at lower margin, and that can still help you make more money. So you can play with that, especially since seasonal products, Mother's Day, Father's Day. You can offer coupon codes. You can also engage in more marketing. So if you have like social media, you can do things like that. You can do kind of his and hers versions of things on your listings to make it to boost your average order value. You can do buy this mug and then get a travel mug at a discount with the same design, that kind of thing. So you can work on increasing your conversions. And then the next thing you can do is check and release new products based on demand and in your niche. As an example, you can check your Etsy stats, see which items have been selling the best, and then create new products based on those items. For example, if one of your top selling items in the gifts for mom niche is doing really well, you can take one of those designs, change a few words, and then come up with a new related listing in that same niche. You can also check if you sell on Amazon, see what your best sellers are for there, and then do the same thing. Now, a big part of low-hanging system involves throwing spaghetti at the wall, but you can also be strategic about your designs when things start to go well, and inventory choices when the time calls for it. So I hope that you found these ideas helpful. If you want to read the blog, we'll have things a little bit more ironed out there. There's going to be a link underneath the video. There's also just plenty of other ideas on the blog, so click on the link in the description if you want more help with print on demand. Also, make sure to give these videos a big thumbs up. If you like what you learned, don't forget to subscribe to get more tips on how to increase your sales. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next one.